Can we get it on? Can we get it on?
Yeah. One more time for 2017.
2017. It's 2018, man.
Oh, I missed. No, you can't.
Nah, we can roll this one. We gonna roll this one. Yeah.
Well,
so check this out.
Hold on. I'll just playing y'all.
Okay.
Don't do
Let's just go to show you that no matter how hard you might try to be perfect on those taps, sometimes the good Lord will step in and show you that you ain't.
I don't ever try to act like I'm perfect.
No, I'm just saying I'm a perfectionist, so I try to be perfect at everything.
I do.
So it's dope. So it is whatever.
I don't think I'm perfect, but I try to be perfect.
Hey, you get an A for effort, but the Lord just showed you deserve a B. And I'm like, I love
a B plus.
I might trip up too. Tonight.
Oh, you do. Not on camera, but
I ain't gonna be too loud with it though. But we gonna go in tonight. First off, happy holidays to everybody from us, and I hope that everybody had a wonderful Christmas out there. Also, I hope Santa Claus came and visited everybody, to include the naughty. Because maybe if he gave you something nice, you might turn around and it might rub off on you and you might be a little nice. But you're naughty self. But yeah.
What kind of naughty you talking about?
I'm talking about that bad, man, you know.
Oh, I thought you were talking the other naughty.
You know, them conversations I have with my son about the importance of grades, you know, things like that. You know what I'm saying? You just want to be
importance of loyalty.
Loyalty for y'all out there that don't know what that is. It's talking loyalty. Study Velcro. That's loyalty right there. Right? You want to know what loyalty is about? Just study Velcro. Ain't nothing more loyal than Velcro besides glue. And a dog.
And duct tape.
Yeah. Duct tape got glue on.
I'm saying when you put both the pieces together, not when you put it on something.
And one more thing, what Holmes' name? What's Holmes' name that be on the commercial on the boat and he got everything sprayed black with that stuff and don't nothing get through it?
I don't know, babe.
You know what I'm talking about? He got that thick rubber stuff. He even spray your shingles up there. He spray your gutters with water won't leak in your house. He do all type of stuff. I can't remember his name.
What is his nationality?
I think he might be half and half with white and Mexican or something, you know. And I'm only saying Mexican because he a hustler.
So he's a white.
I think he might be white and Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a white appearance with a Latino background hint in there, but he a hustler. And every Mexican I know, they hustle like never before.
Everybody hustles. Especially going into 2019. It's time to eat.
I was about to give y'all some bars. But yes,
it's time to eat.
We getting ready to get ready for our new year to come up, man. And I just want to say, man, glory be to God. Thanks be to God for the good signs that we feel that we have coming in the new year, not just only with, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth, throwing this out right here on YouTube, but in our own personal ventures and joint ventures that we have with each other. I want to motivate everybody out there to stay positive, man, and to select your goal, man, and stay focused, stay focused. Like my wife always say, daily, stay focused.
You have to stay focused, babe.
Yeah, as long as you're making some footprints in the sand towards what you want to land at, man, you're doing enough.
But them distractions gonna come.
Yeah, just chill.
And you know what happened with those distractions?
Yeah.
The Lord handled them.
Yeah, but keep chiseling at what you got in your sight, man. Keep pushing forward. Don't worry about the time, however long it takes. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. But stay focused. Go get what you want in life, man. And don't think that you can't have whatever you want, man. And just start for the effort. Faith without works is nothing. You can believe all day that you're going to be the greatest. And you're just looking up like, Lord, I'm ready to be the greatest. And it ain't fell out the sky.
Because it ain't time yet.
And you ain't made no moves towards it.
Ooh. So they just been sitting on the couch.
Lazy.
You can't be lazy because your blessing's not gonna fall in your lap. You have to move.
That's a good woman right there. It was a woman, a wise one. So, check this out. Since we've been out of y'all care for a little while, doing the holiday thing.
Hold on. And I wanted to talk to you about the previous video.
Hold on.
No,
Hold on.
I need to say this now
You got
before
shout
I
out.
forget.
You got to shout out to people first before you do that. Shout people out first. Show love.
Babe.
Show love before you chastise.
Babe. I just want to let you know you were wrong about something.
What?
I had said that if the person was giving me coffee every day, right? They was giving me coffee every day, that they was not. I did not say they was not flirting. I always said, yeah, I feel like something trying to transpire. But then you said when you asked me the second time, you know you done messed up, right? You know you done messed up, right? And then you was like, you so at 10 something, at
Come
10.
on, man. Come on, man. Let me tell you something, man.
I said, yeah, I'm talking to him on the video.
Babe, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm from North Memphis. It pays to remember everything that comes out of your mouth.
Okay, I watched the video.
And the more truthful that it is, the easier it is to hold on to.
I watched the video.
I know you study these videos.
I sure do.
But you did say that.
And I'm working on trying to learn how to edit it too. So y'all bear with me on that. Y'all about to see some stuff in 2019. How about that?
Wow. Already. Level up. So check this out. We got a couple of things that we want to talk to y'all about that was brought to us again. The first one going to be why do some people get too comfortable with their significant others? Hold on to that one. The second one is going to be how to keep your love life spicy and sexy. Hey, I can't wait for y'all women to hear what my wife got to say, because some of y'all going to be like, trying to dodge that reel. They trying to dodge that reel and shake it off. But I know you gonna shake the tree. You gonna shake the tree on that. I can't wait. Oh man, if you
can't wait to see what you say too.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to say something. You're supposed to say something.
Because if they lying, if the fellas, if you lying, you ain't gonna like my comment, man. I'm telling you right now. Also, next one is gonna be overlooking your Boaz or your roof. Ooh. And then I'm gonna close out with something for the fellas. And I ain't even gonna give you the title of that. We're just gonna touch that when we get there. But today gonna be hot. And I think our rabies-filled, ravaging pit bulls is up under here.
Oh my God. No, they're laying down.
And they'll call out if they want to be on camera. They'll let us know. So let's jump into it. We're going to try to hold y'all all day, man. We've been looking at like 45, 46-minute video, man. We're trying to figure out how to chop that down and still fill y'all up and make it enjoyable. So walk with us until we learn how to run. You ready?
And then fly.
Yeah. Alright, so you ready?
Yeah. Before we start, I want to give a shout out to Lee. Thank you for my hair, boo. Thank you for my hair, boo. You're gonna give a shout out to Lee. Paul Mitchell.
Yeah,
I don't know her number, her ID number. But
I don't know her number either. Claire don't.
Just go to the Paul Mitchell in Citrus Park and ask for Lily.
Tampa. Paul Mitchell School, Tampa.
Yeah.
Shout out Lily. Yeah, shout out Lily. Hey, I want to give a shout out to my homeboy Paul. I can't wait to bring him up here so y'all can hear him go in. He is alive, young gunner. Also, I want to shout out Dage the ball, 17 years old. Paul Mitchell, man. I'll tell you right now, she's going to be a queen of Tampa. In the next 5 years, she's going to be queen of Tampa. 17 years old, bright future, go hard with them Clippers, man. I want to also give a shout out to the homie. Hold on, let me show love. Raphael.
I'm
What
just
up?
saying, I'm agreeing with you with all them people.
Raphael, yeah, Raphael. If
Don't
you
even know what I'm about to say.
Italian, if you're Latina, if you're Caucasian, whatever it is, if you got straight hair, curly hair, Raphael will spend his good intelligence and time to make sure you walk up out of there looking like Elvis Presley's blue suede shoes. Crispy. Shout out to Ralph. Shout out to the Arbor Barber, Jake. He on the way back. Shout out to him. Shout out to GNG from the west side of town. West side, G's up. What's up, GNG? Tim, what's up, man? Shout out to Tim. Shout out to Tim. And lastly, until I get way more familiar with two, what up, Gabe?
Gabe.
Gabe the ball.
That's a nice name.
Research that. So let's get it popping. You ready, honey?
Yeah.
Okay. I love you.
I
love you more. You can. All right. We good. Let's go.
Okay.
So, why do some people get comfortable with their significant other? Why do you feel people get comfortable with their significant other so easily?
I don't know, to be honest.
I got to tell you.
Well, let's hear your opinion.
I got to tell you. And I can speak.
Maybe it'll stir up something in me, but right now I really don't know because I never really get overly comfortable to where I don't remember like how I got that person and what I had to do to keep that person.
True that.
That's all I know.
I feel like this: the younger you are, the lazier you are. In a sense, like let's say you got somebody young, right, and you got to constantly repeat what should be done to that person, right? The younger you are, you lazier you are, right? You being lazy, so I got to constantly remind you of what you should be doing because you just ain't got the energy to do what you're supposed to do, right? That's lazy, right? Right. In
but
a
I don't
relationship,
have to necessarily be young.
But check this out, yeah, because that's a natural. It start young, especially if you're a young man, right, and you don't have a male guide. You might be going off of an image that you see, like, can I keep it real? Can I keep it real? My father, one of the coolest people you gonna ever meet on this earth. You know what I'm saying? A hard-working 9 to 5 type of man, you know what I'm saying? Well, 3 in the morning until after 6 o'clock in the evening type of man, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
In his younger days, he was an ultimate hustler, you know what I'm saying? In and out the streets. I ain't gonna air his business out, nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't lazy.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
But I grew up kind of looking at my dad like he was my superhero. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure that I thought how he thought, how I spoke how he spoke. You know what I'm saying? I moved how he moved for the environment that I was in at the occasion. You know what I'm saying? But check this out. Once I left Memphis and was by myself in this world, right, I jumped in head first in the fire. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't had that lamp no more, that male guide no more. So I lost, like, complete sense
Don't
of
you
a lot
feel
of
like
things.
you've been walking through fire your whole life?
I do. I feel like I've been alone a lot.
Me too.
And sometimes I question that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I question that. Like, sometimes I look at you know, not to get backtracking or be kind of petty or anything like that, but I look back at my life and the people that I have dealt with that I honestly love. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then I look at today and be like, dang, where they at?
You know how we was just talking the other day about God putting you by yourself because He don't want you around certain people. He just want you always alone so He can have you to Himself.
Right.
And that's how I always been. Like every time Every time I feel like, oh, I have a female friend or I have a friend,
I just
door
think
closed
that
up. You ever went through that? Like you be with somebody for a season.
man, sometimes my seasons last a long time. I think like the longest season I had was almost 20 years. You know what I'm
Looking
saying?
at you.
Yeah, what up? I think like the longest season I had was probably like 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And it hurt me to have to say I'm gonna have to love from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That
I
hurt
feel
me.
like you know what you
That hurt
want.
me. Yeah, he been here before. He know what's happening. He act like you, but he looking like me right now. He looking wise right now. You know, but this is what I believe. This is what I believe. You know what I'm saying? To revert back to what I initially started out about. You know what I'm saying? Looking at somebody and that image that they present and wanting to be in that light and be like that, right?
I got something on
I feel like, you know what I'm saying, people get comfortable with their significant other because they probably live in a fictitious life instead of
What is that called there?
who they really are. You know what I'm saying? They not really living the life who they really are. So like
Something screen.
let's say
What's
you
the name of that? Foggy screen or something?
smoking mirrors.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, you sitting back and you like, I'm a player. You right? I'm a pimp. You know what I'm saying? And that's all the type of music you listen to, and that's all the movies that you look at or whatever.
Right.
Inside, that's what you feel like you are, right? So you go out and you conduct yourself like that.
In that manner. When
deep down inside, that ain't really who you are.
T.I. said something really cool. Like, I can't remember everything verbatim, but he was saying if you can be a hustler, then you can be a business owner.
That's right.
If you can write rhymes or rap, you can
be
write a book.
Yeah.
And then he said some other stuff, and I thought that was like so cool because it's real.
Yeah, it's the flip
like
side.
Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it, but you gotta push hard. It's not gonna be easy.
What he's saying in a nutshell
but you gotta keep pushing.
You can take an urban hustle and turn it into a corporate hustle.
Right.
You can do that. But I'm gonna tell you what he ain't told you. It costs.
It costs you. It
costs.
Time.
You
got no. Blood, sweat, and tears.
No, love. What's the root of all evil?
What, your soul?
Money.
Money
root of all evil. And anybody in a power position.
Not that I'm saying that your soul is the root of all evil, but are you talking about your soul, like
no.
what you?
What I'm saying is, whoever's sitting in a power position, right? That you trying to go through to increase, right? I bet you 9.9 times out of 10 he got his hand out for some of your bread before he pushed the button.
Of course, but that's how, isn't that how they make a living?
That ain't no living.
I'm talking if they helping people.
No.
They're not helping people.
Some of these people are corporate giants. This is what they doing on the side with you because they looking for something to invest their money in to get a tax write-off on at the end of the year. Don't you know if you got too much money, the IRS gonna attack and take?
Can we get to this?
Yeah, this still adding up to everything. You keep cutting me short.
I'm not trying to cut you short. I just don't.
Some people get too comfy with their significant other because they fall in love with the image and don't know their true identity, who they really are. You know what I'm saying? So you feel like you're a player, you can conduct yourself this way, and you might have a woman that's just as humble as you and sweet and down to earth, sweet as pie, like you, right? And feel like, oh, I'm gonna go do this, and I got all the game, and I'm a player because that's what I am, and she gonna be here when I get back because I got it on lock.
That happened before.
When that, you know, I know it happened before, and I'm sorry you had to go through that with that joke. But it ain't like that. You feel what I'm saying? There's some suckers out there, some suckers for love out there. You know what I'm saying? That you can go and run the dog and pony show on, and then come back and they still gonna be there wagging their tail. Why? Because
and that's why you have to stay strong, ladies.
A lot of that, especially ladies, because man, I can speak off observation. Even in my family tree, it's women that would rather be in a jacked up situation than to look like they can't maintain and hold a relationship. When they know it's wrong, they'll sit there just so their image won't look jacked up in front of family or friends. You know you got a 0. And you'll stay there. I seen it outside my family tree and I see it inside.
I don't have time for that. Because I don't share nothing that belongs to me.
Yeah.
And when we set our vows, we belong to each other.
We accept each other with the whole package. Like, doggone it, I'm not perfect. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
either.
I'm gonna make imperfect decisions sometimes, probably. 9 times out of 10, I learn a lesson or to keep me grounded. And I'm gonna mess up in certain things that's gonna upset you, and not in no
Disrespectful way.
recklessness, but just typical things that we may not agree to disagree on. You know what I'm saying? Bump heads about it, something like that. I'm gonna be that. I'm not gonna be Prince Charming. I can't even lie. I ain't even got a white horse. You know what I'm saying? And never touched one before. Doggone it. And I always wanted that Appaloosa and name it Ashes. But I ain't Prince Charming. I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? I try my best. As long as I get to see this right here, you saw what happened when I live. As long as I get to see that, I'm all good. That let me know that I'm doing a job well done. You know what I'm saying? Job well done. She smiled. Even if I just do this. Yeah. I'm good. So yeah, you comfortable with your significant other. Like when I was in the service, shout out. We repping. When I was in the service, they used to say complacency kills. Complacency is comfort.
Show your shirt and show my shirt.
If you complacent in your household, guess what? There's always a king or another queen out there that might be playing a little dirty on the side looking for you. You got to take care of home. It's a full-time job. It ain't about you. It's about us.
Like I said before, I don't play about this. Man. I don't play about him.
I'm telling you right now, I ain't shucking and jiving about this one right here. You know what I'm saying? I won't even hold gas about this one right here if y'all get out of line about with that. So ain't no excuse me. I'm sorry, nothing about that. I am crazy about this woman and love this woman right here. I ain't never felt nothing like this before in my life. I'm high. I'm high on life. I'm high on life right now. I can't have nothing come and intervene with that right now. So yeah, if you're complacent in your relationship, guess what? Complacency kills. And if you're not mature enough to understand that with a relationship comes time, and with time comes work, and with that comes imperfections working towards being perfect, then I don't know who pumped your head up and make you feel like you deserve more than average, but you ain't no king, you ain't no queen, you know what I'm saying? These just phrases. Don't dive into this and consume yourself with it. Believe that this is what you are. You're not this. You know what I'm saying? You are somebody that's trying to make it and hoping that you're doing it the right way so you can be continuously blessed. Yeah. Well, you're right. We all are. We all are trying to be content. That's the main goal in life right now, to earn our ticket home and to be blessed while we're on earth to dodge suffering. And if you complacent in your relationship, a serious relationship, know you got something good, you're cursing yourself. You're cursing yourself. You gotta grind your teeth sometimes. Sometimes you gotta bite your tongue. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta give feedback.
Sometimes you gotta swallow your blood.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta do things that you ain't normally gonna do. Like, I know with men, like a lot of us, we not that much of an open book when it comes down to expressing things that are not serious enough to be expressed.
To men?
If we feel like we can handle it. If we feel like we got it on lock, then we don't really feel like we need to be discussing things. But then if you got somebody that's connected to you, like my spouse, she'll look at you and see that you in deep thought and be like, you got something going on your mind. Let's talk about it.
Tell them about the heartbeat babe last night.
Do I got to talk about this with her? That's what it is. What you saying?
Tell them what happened last night when we was doing a heartbeat.
Oh, our heartbeats was on the same patch.
It was on the same.
On the same patch, like an instrumental. It was on the same downbeat, and that was crazy.
I never experienced that before.
So yeah, want to keep your partner happy. Stay on your job. Stay clocked in. Go the extra mile. Don't expect. Give. Those are keys that you can apply to your everyday life outside of your partner. You know what I'm saying? Dive in. especially at home. Everything at home that you feel like is yours should be treated as treasure, and it should be, treated as so. You should look at it as treasure, and you should treat it as treasure. You should give it your utmost respect and protection over, and attention, and everything.
Yeah.
Everything. And that's what I learned, in my time, is that I got to put me to the side a lot of times because it ain't about me. I got another set of feelings over here, another heart in the room, and I can't be a spoiled brat because I want to do this right
You
now.
do act like a spoiled brat sometimes.
Saw what I just did, fellas. We'll touch back on that later on. I promise. I love you. I'm riding too. Know that. The next subject matter, how to keep your love life spicy and sexy. Babe,
Yeah.
I need you to talk to these women. How do you keep your love life? Don't give too much. Because I don't need them peeking in that window. But tell these women how to keep your love life spicy and sexy. Women, if you call yourself a woman, if you know you're a woman, if you think you're a woman, if you used to be a woman,
What?
if you're gonna be a woman someday,
No.
pay attention. Pay attention.
Oh my God.
Come on, baby. How do you keep your love? Don't give too much now.
I
Just
can't give them too
enough.
much.
Give them enough.
I can't.
Give them enough.
Because it has to be censored.
What they need to do? What they need to do to keep their love life spicy and sexy?
I'm trying to think of something to say that's appropriate.
Clean grammar.
Well, I'm just gonna say this.
Oh, this better make a lot of y'all mad. Keep on. You need me to leave? I can see this part after it's done. If you want to keep it open.
Role playing is okay.
Ooh, touch on that.
We don't have to touch on it.
Okay.
They can Google it or Google that word.
Get involved.
Yeah.
Hey, like Nino Brown say, get some soy in your life. Fellas, get some soy.
What does that mean?
If you go in the weight room and can't even lift the bar, get some soy in your life.
Really? Another thing is like.
Go ahead, man.
Another thing is like, I don't know, like, well, both of us have we're high, like, sex drive people. And it used to be like, I want to do it all the time.
Not me.
To me, it feels
I'll be real.
better to spread it out just a little bit.
Yeah.
So you can build that intensity
I believe in that. It build up the hunger.
Yeah.
So like when it's time, it's where you been?
Yeah. Even though you've been there alone.
Ooh, I feel you on that one too.
Yeah. That's all I want to say.
I'm
over here holding his finger like.
I'm holding on to her too.
We about to fall out the shelf.
We holding on.
But yeah.
We holding on. I'm telling you this, man. This is what I feel like, man. Especially if you're married. If you got a wife, That's how I feel at this age. I feel like if you got something as awesome as I got, right, that um, you should go, a little deeper with what you're doing with your mate. I agree with you when you say role playing, right? Because I'm comical like that. I like to have fun. I don't mind running around in a Spider-Man outfit. Y'all seen us on the last video. We stayed Tampa, Florida, right before we got on camera. Y'all just don't hear me now, so like I almost saved New York tonight, you know what I'm saying? Lord be with those people up there in New York that had to deal with that transformer electrical explosion. Yeah. Lord be with them. But we thought we was gonna have to mask up and web out. So yeah. I feel like this about the relationship. I feel like, man, look, everything that you can imagine, if you know that you got the one, like this is my wife, if you know that you got the wife right, and the right wife. I'm really thinking about saying something, but I'm feeling like I probably shouldn't say it. Like, you really got the right wife.
You better make my candy fall out.
Not the trophy, not the trophy, but right wife. And we're going to come back and talk about that status right there, too. Not the trophy, you know what I'm saying, but the right wife. Not the whore into the housewife, but the right wife. You dig what I'm saying? I feel like you should go extra. Like, I didn't lick my wife's feet.
Babe!
Come on.
You're doing too much.
Come on.
Babe.
Come on, man.
So what's the next one?
No, ain't no next one. I ain't even gave my input. I ain't even gave my input. Next one? Ain't no
you
next.
Can't be saying that. That's nobody's business.
This my wife, though. And this was, she done seen some sides of me that, she probably was like, "Ooh, Jesus! I didn't know this was part of the package deal. I didn't know that it was gonna be this. Look, well, you been all my life,
babe.
What I'm just saying. It's magic.
Don't have me.
That's what I'm saying. It's
don't
magic.
have me.
Like,
don't have me get to talking about how you be talking.
Hold on. But listen, we do things. We one for one. We show each other. We keep each other hot daily. You know what I'm saying? We show affection daily. We embrace each other daily. We overly kiss each other daily. So that blood is always pumping in me. It's like every day. You know what I'm saying? And then if I get a good nap. And I wake up and she look at me like,
babe, you doing too much. Be quiet.
I'm just saying.
Be quiet.
We gotta start this. This is the last video of the year. So this got to go out strong. So like when she look at me like,
I do not look like that.
After a good old nap. Yeah. She know. I'm off security. I ain't got to walk around the land no more and secure the pride. I'm coming through, to keep it hot and spicy in my relationship.
But it is good to keep it hot and spicy.
And it's hot and spicy.
and
let's hurry up and get through with this.
And it was so awesome that last night we was able to experience the fact that our heartbeat was the same. That was so awesome.
Divine connection.
Divine
connection.
That was awesome.
Connection. I'm gonna tell y'all again. You want to find something great? You want a Proverbs 31 woman? You want a Boaz? Women, you want a Boaz? Men, you want a Ruth? Get on your knees and pray from your heart, not from your mind. And if you know where your heart really resides, then you're following me. Don't get it twisted. Pray from your heart and not from your mind, from your heart on, and be to the T about everything that you pray for. Be specific. Don't hold nothing back. Like, don't hold nothing back. Everything that you could describe about the one that you feel like would be perfect for you, pray for it. And stand still. And you'll get something like just right here, made the order. Laid the order. You get something like that right there. Something like that right there, boy. I'm telling you, boy. You want something right there, boy? You want right there, boy? All you gotta do is get on your knees there and pray. And stand still and wait and keep on trying to increase yourself and get closer to the Creator. That's it.
That's the main thing.
That's it. Give him some attention, just like you would give her some attention. Before he trusts you with something that he got made for you in the form of a female, you got to give him some attention to show yourself worthy.
Or vice versa, the female.
Right, same thing. You got to show yourself worthy. Like, man, Lord, I love you. I show you attention. Give me something that I can love and show attention back in return, because that's what he got in store for you.
Because I didn't know what was in store after what happened with me.
Man, we've been knowing each other 13 years. Before we even started courting, it was an 11-year friendship, and we never looked at each other like
Never.
that.
Not that I didn't think he was attractive or anything, but I just looked at him like my homie.
I ain't even gonna lie. I never looked at you like that, right? But I did look at your pictures, and I'm like, she finer than a plate of yams. Extra syrup, heavy syrup, marshmallows too.
Marshmallows.
You finer than a plate of yams. Yeah, you finer than a beef stew sitting on top of mashed potatoes. With let's say some type of what you call it, panini bread, so I can soak up all that sauce. I don't need that salt and pepper. And I soak up that juice with that bread. That's what you is. You a biscuit. Worthy of soaking up juice and sucking off.
Babe! Oh, God.
Hey, you my wife. I love you.
I know. I love you too. And you know what? We live in our best life. We've been through enough hell. Like I said in the last video, we've been through enough hell. Now we're trying to live and enjoy life. At the same time, keep pushing ourselves to do what we're calling this earth to do. Point blank, period.
Show love. So like we were talking about, you want your Boaz, you want your Ruth. Stop overlooking them, Jack. Jen G from the west side of Tampa, you my homie, man. Stop overlooking your Boaz, man. He's been standing right there in your face for 25 years. You dig what I'm saying? You're looking for a trophy, but guess what? You got the truth right there in your face. You trust him with your cheering. You dig what I'm saying? You let him take your cheering, your girl and your boy, to go take pictures with Santa Claus, man. While you was chopping up her, man. Don't overlook your Boaz. Women folk, men. If you got a good woman like Ruth, man, this woman, man, let me tell you how thorough Ruth was, man. She worked for hers for one. First of all, she lost her husband. Her husband died, man. She could have went back to her crib, with her family and everything. But she didn't do that there. She stayed with her mother-in-law and said, wherever you go, I'm going. Yeah. And whatever God you serve, I'm going to serve your God. You dig what I'm saying? And because she acknowledged him, he rewarded her. She had to work a little bit for it, to be recognized, right? But she got out there in the field and she worked for it. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. And she had proper guidance. That's what we're slipping at right now. We ain't got people guiding us no more. People out here learning through trial and error. It's time out for that selfishness, foolishness, man. Right. Look, she worked in the field for when a man seen her, he was like, why is she out here gleaning? Why is she out here gleaning? No. Give her what she supposed to get and send her back to the crib. Who a folk is? Who a people is? What? My family? By Kim folk? That my blood. Ed Judd, he ain't living no more. Man, let me tell you what. Let me bag, please. Go on over yonder and pay off all that old land they had. You know what I'm saying? straighten up my kinfolk, mother-in-law. And how do I get the paperwork to get this woman? I think they all unbuckled their shoe in agreement over this. You know what I'm saying? But in turn, she presented herself as a worker first. You know what I'm saying? Before she presented herself as a respectable wife, because guess what? She could have caught him while he was drunk when they went and partied, and she could have been a slut and tried to take advantage of him and get him hooked up on something. You know what I'm saying? But what she do? She laid at his feet and basically draped him through the night to keep his toes warm.
Yeah.
Because he got to get up and walk in the morning. And y'all out there on the feet all day like me, man. You know what's up. It's important for them feet to be comfortable while you rest so you can get up and do it again. And that's what Ruth did. Ruth looked at that man, this man is wasted. He got to get up and go work in the morning. At least
I know I love him because I be rubbing on his feet. I don't like touching people's feet, baby.
Bless you, my love. And for y'all out there chuckling, my feet ain't horrible.
I didn't say your feet were horrible. I just said I don't like messing with people's feet.
Once upon a time in the projects, my feet was horrible looking, but I be doggone now.
My feet aren't either. But I was saying it to let you know.
I love you.
That I love you.
And I thank you.
Because I deal with your feet. I mess with your feet. And I don't have a problem with your feet.
I gave you a pedicure.
Yeah, you did.
Felt like I was welding. Felt like I was welding.
Well, it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, I was in there. Sparks flying.
No, you lying. You better stop.
Okay.
You want to talk about you. You want to talk about you like you got perfect feet, and then you talk about my feet.
I'm teasing.
You're not teasing. You trying to be funny.
I'm teasing. My baby got beautiful feet. I'll pull it up right there, show me the camera shit. Ain't nothing wrong with it. With no sparks flying, I wouldn't weld it.
Don't be winking your eye. So I'm gonna get shot in the eye.
Yeah. But yeah, Boaz and Ruth, man, if you got something good in front of you, man, and you recognize it, respect it and treat it.
We might not get through all these questions.
Oh, we only got one last thing left. This is it. If you got something good in front of you, man, sometimes God got a different plan for you, man, outside of what you got for yourself. Sometimes you might want your Morris Chestnut or your Shamar Moore, or whomever, Forrest Whitaker, Samuel L. Jackson, whomever you may want out there, There's somebody out there for everybody. God may not got that person for you. God may got that same person that's been looking at you since you was making mud pies, getting your drawers dirty in the grass in the playground. He probably got somebody that was right there, that was fighting you every day. You're like, why am I fighting this girl every day? And then I gotta fight her brothers coming behind her at the same time.
Dang.
God might got that person right there for you. You might be missing a sign. Like my homie. Homie been there 25 years. You trust him with your kids to go places and care for them without you being around. You might be missing out on your Boaz.
It's true.
You might need to look at what's good and start looking at
because
what looks good.
Prime example, us. Like, we know each other all that time. We never looked at each other like that. But then when God, He gave us both confirmation on several occasions about each other that we had no choice but to understand that it's His will. That is His plan. And anybody that try to come against it, y'all going to have to go through Him. Yep. Point blank period. He's not playing with this. God is not playing with this union.
True. This was earned.
And sometimes it still don't seem real, do it, babe? Not to me.
I can say that this was earned, and plus on top of that, I prayed for everything that I prayed for to the T is in her. I just wish he would have held back on the heat from the pepper. You know,
Oh
if
my God.
you would have held it, he gave me a medium pepper instead of giving me a hot pepper. You know,
I am a medium pepper. Oh my God. You act like I'm crazy or
but
something.
no, you ain't crazy, but I can deal with your heat. You dig what I'm
I
saying?
blow heat for a reason.
I know how to deal with the heat. And guess what, fella?
And if I see... Let me be quiet.
If you don't know how to deal with the heat, you about to get the answer.
What's
you
the
about to get the
answer?
answer. This how you deal with the heat. Especially if you love the person that you with. Sometimes the best thing said ain't. Hold on to that for a second.
Yeah, that's true on both parts.
Sometimes the best thing said ain't. Sometimes you gotta know when to pull back, when to hold your tongue, when not to spar and say things nastily due to pride because you don't want to be shamed. If you love, love don't hurt. Love heals and love helps.
Well, I love talking about stuff.
I don't love talking about stuff.
But you don't.
I don't. And
but
look,
you're getting better.
I'm growing. And my wife, she checked me sometime, right? And I don't like it because it reminds me of horrible things from my past. I feel like I'm reliving, things from childhood. I feel like I'm reliving things from teenage, things from being a young man to now. I don't want to relive those things, but I need to hear what she's saying, and I do listen.
And you tell me stuff too.
Yeah.
That I may not want to hear.
Yeah, I do.
And I think about it when I'm by myself.
Most of the time when I tell her stuff, it's in the heat of battle. And it's usually me.
And that's not how it should be.
It's usually me responding back at how you came at me. And because I feel offended. Yeah.
Because it's not one-sided. It's never one-sided. It's two sides to every story.
But the awesome thing about it is we can look at each other and say, I was wrong. Or you was right. And I think that's what makes it awesome. So I'm just saying this for the men. It's in a woman's nature naturally to be talkative. Expect that. And if you've been dating many times before, you know what I'm talking about. If you're with the one that you truly love and you're not open like me like that, because I've been such a man for so long that I feel like I deal with it on my own how I come. I can't afford to do that no more. Even with that slight closing off can cause a gapage between us emotionally. And I don't need that. So I gotta put her feelings ahead of my feelings. If she wanna know something about me, I need to either tell her, man, ain't nothing wrong with me, or I need to tell her what's wrong with me. For her satisfaction, right? Right.
Not for my satisfaction, but just the fact that I know that you're feeling some kind of way or something's on your mind. The whole thing of it is, when I feel that and you already know that I feel stuff. So just, to see if you have something to talk about, because that's what I'm here for.
I'm glad you said that.
I'm here to help support you and you support me.
I'm glad you said that because I recognize your anointing. And you recognize my anointing. And I got backtracked to an old tag that you showed me earlier this week. If you out here shucking and jiving and thinking you slick, you better not be trying to court nobody anointed.
Yeah.
Because they're going to see everything.
He's going to show everything.
He's going to show everything in a minute.
In a dream or a vision.
But you're going to start the race over again after you get embarrassed or whatever. You're going to get dumped. And you're going to look back to bounce back again. And if you ain't learned from that, guess what? You're going to be back to getting dumped again. Or you're going to be moving on to some more trash. Starting over the cycle again. I need my men out there. I need y'all to hold on a second, Ray. Let me look buff right quick. I need my men out there. I need y'all to man, like really stand up and look in the mirror and do some self-identification. Like look at yourself thoroughly through and through, and identify your strengths and your flaws. Call them out to yourself in the mirror. Tell the truth to yourself so you can tell the truth to somebody else without feeling guilty. Tell the truth to yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Look in the mirror and say, man, I'm a piece of crap. I ain't succeeded in nothing I done put.
Hold on.
Hold on, babe. Hold on. There's a method to this madness. You just saying, look in the mirror and say, man, I'm a piece of crap, man. I ain't amounted to nothing. Everything I done got involved in, I done played it until the fiddle couldn't be played no more and the string broke and I had to go get a new one and start over a new song. You just been wasting time. I told myself that. You feel me? I told myself that. Then I got lower than a pregnant ant stomach to the dirt.
I remember you said that.
Yeah, I got low. Lower to
That's
me
low.
And I had to learn the
Say
hard
that one more time. You said lower than a pregnant ant stomach.
Yeah, lower than a pregnant ant stomach to the ground. So I'm telling you, man, I've been down, man. I'm on my way back up for another chance, man, and I need to capitalize on this. And I know what I must do, and I'm doing it. Same thing with y'all. You got to stand there and tell yourself the truth. You can't be real. You can't be 100 out here when you faking with yourself. Ain't nobody gonna believe you. Everybody know the real. If you grew up around some people, man, these folks know the real you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You cover it how you want. They know the real you. You need to know the real you.
Oh, who you saying knows the real them? You mean
people,
the
men,
old them?
Men. We got, because of the way that men are growing up these days with the lack of father's presence. You know what I'm saying? Due to vindictivity or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Vindictive women, or this dude was just a slouch and ran from the fact that he got a responsibility, or what? You know
That's
what I'm saying?
normally what it be.
Like, this is what need to be said, man. Y'all need to stand up. If you call yourself a man, if you don't know how to be one, you need to stand up. Tell the truth on yourself. Accept your dings that come in life, like the kinks that get knocked in your arm. Accept that, embrace that, and stop crying about it. It's a strength builder. It's what makes you see clearer. You let you think life supposed to be easy. There's people out here like 3 breaths away from going to meet God. You know what I'm saying? That's still dealing with stress ever since they could remember way back when they was their youngest. You know what I'm saying? Life don't never stop hitting you. It's gonna hit you. Stop crying. It's about what you gonna do about it. How you gonna stand up in the pain and handle it. That's the definition of a man. And then when you got a family, how much are you willing to sacrifice? You can sacrifice on all levels. You can sacrifice for your children by giving, and you do without. You know what I'm saying? Even with your spouse, you got to make sacrifices with her. You can't just have a lifestyle like you want to have when you have a spouse. You got to draw a line and meet halfway, and then every once in a while he got to respect your space and give you liberty to maintain your own personal lifestyle. So with that being said, man, love each other, hug each other like we do. Love each other, hug each other, kiss each other. Tell everybody, tell your people that you love.
Yeah.
Man, on Christmas Day, man, I experienced something, man, that just broke me down to tears. You know what I'm saying? About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I went by this nursing home and cut this woman's hair with Paul Mitchell. And this old woman. The woman got to be close to 90 years old, if not 90. And I'm just talking to her. I said, you know, you got children? She said, yeah, but they don't come see me. And I told her, I'll come see you. And she looked at me like, whatever, you know. And it was occasion before Christmas. We actually was in the area and was really plotting on doing it. But I looked at the time, was like, I think it's inappropriate.
Too late.
You know, so like I said, Christmas Day we're gonna go. We went and bought her something as simple as 2 poinsettias. You know what I'm saying, from CVS, and took him down there to her. And this woman was so happy to see this. I'm just shaking her hand, you know, and that's all as far as I expect to see it go fast. But this woman hugged me and kissed me on my cheek and said, "Bless you." And I don't know what the feeling was that I felt. I think it was the Holy Spirit, the transfer of love, or energy, or something, of positivity that felt great rain all over my body, to the point where it had me like completely frozen when I got outside of that building. While I'm looking at my wife like, you know, that needed to be done. That was good that we did that. That was a good thing I just did. I'm frozen, and then when I get in the car, I break down crying. Now I'm just gonna keep it 100. I got a mother. You know what I'm saying? Do I know my mother? No. My mother and my father separated when I was 6. Do I remember my mother and father? Yeah. I ended up with my grandparents. I never stopped loving my mother over all that time. My mother was out of my life for 13 years. I saw my mother 3 times on accident. Grocery store, stoplight, and a post office late at night. The main post office, downtown Memphis, on 3rd. Y'all know what I'm talking about. 13 years of my life, I saw that from 6 to like 19, 20 years old, something like that. You know what I mean? I never let that, that gap, that space, that lackage stop me from loving my mother. Even though, throughout all those years that we lost from each other,
And even when y'all talk with each other and I'm there, it doesn't feel like there was ever distance when I hear y'all conversate.
Mm-mm.
When we all conversate, actually, it doesn't feel like with y'all there was that difference in space. I feel like the love is mutual.
There's a lot of people in my immediate family that I don't know. I know them, you know what I'm saying? I know them by sight. I know them by name, but I don't know them.
But that has to change.
But guess what? I remember, and I ain't never stopped loving.
Yeah, that has to change, even on my side of the family. We try. It seems like every time you try to get together, something just like don't want it to happen. But going into 2019, I got it right that time.
Yeah, you got
Going into 2019,
things gotta change.
Yeah.
Things gotta change.
Yeah.
Man, life moving fast, man, and Revelations.
And I don't. Well.
Revelations is alive right now. If y'all ain't paying attention to what's going on around you and in this world, Revelations is very much so alive right now. And we ain't got time for petty differences, man.
Yeah.
And idle threats and all other, tough talk.
And loving the person after they gone.
Like love.
Love them now while they still here.
And I'm telling you right now. Anytime anybody in my family go down, and I'm at great distances away from my hometown. You dig what I'm saying? For over 20 years, I'm at great distances. Anytime anybody in my family go down, or even a friend, it's amazing how the Lord allows me to be the first person back when everybody dies. So, if I can get up,
that's why.
If I can get up,
did you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
You to spare him because that allows everybody else to start coming. Because don't the rest of the family start migrating?
They pull in
when you have to.
They pull in when you go down. You know what I'm saying? And I understand my position, and I do it without expecting nothing in return. I do it because it's family, and a lot of families they have not grasped that concept yet. And a lot of things I can't afford to waste my energy on and entertain. I can't force people to grow up. You dig what I'm saying? Only thing I can do is be respectful, show love, and be there when I'm supposed to, and keep on moving with my plan in life. You know what I'm saying? And that's all that I know. I may not be much, but I'm reliable and I'm loyal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm gonna do something, my doggone, you can count on it. It might not happen as fast as you want it to happen, but in its appropriate time, it's done. You know what I'm saying? So love your people, man. Love your people. I broke down crying in the parking lot because I felt like, you know, I've seen so many people come and go out of my life, and I don't know who I might have touched in the wrong ways when I was younger, when I was under influence of alcohol, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I might have been diving in at the time. I don't know who I might have rubbed the wrong way that might want to come back and call home later because they might feel like this the opportune time. Know this, I never slip. I don't never slip.
Babe.
But check this out. With that being said, I want to do right. I want to do right by people, and I feel like people should necessarily do the same thing. There's a lot of people out here struggling, but guess what? We ain't got to. If we can lose the greed, we ain't got to struggle.
It's enough out there for everybody to eat.
And then some.
Right.
And then some. You know, you ain't got to be a boss. You ain't got to capitalize on every doggone thing. You ain't got to rule everything. That's what's wrong with men right now. Want to rule over
that's
everything. That's
what I'm saying. Everybody want to be the boss this, right. Boss chick, boss that, boss this.
Make me want to cuss. Man. Go sit yourself down.
Like if you a boss, you don't need to work for nobody.
Nobody.
So until you actually there,
work for each other.
Don't label yourself as such.
Work for each other. Do right by each other. That's bossing up.
Yeah.
Take care of your people. Take care of your community. Take care of those you don't know. Look out for a stranger.
Don't be backstabbers, smiling in people's face and then doing something else behind their back.
Look out for a stranger. Cool. Try that out. Look out for a stranger.
So many people out there that do that. And the whole point of us having this YouTube is to try to bring some kind of light through the airwaves.
To wake y'all up.
That's the whole reason why we're doing this.
That's it. That ain't for no personal gain. We're gonna be alright. You know what I'm saying? Period. We got love. Our love ain't going nowhere. We trying to pick up where Christ left off at. Only thing Christ was sent here for was to show us how to live amongst each other, and that's through love. And some of y'all still ain't got it yet.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we doing. We just reinforcing. We messengers. We doing our part. We're doing our part. We try to
may
keep
not be like the traditional church.
No, we ain't.
And all of that. All of us are the church individually, actually.
That's it.
It's not a building. And I just wanted to say something to you ladies. And this is something that an ex-pastor of mine used to say. Pastor Paula White. No ringy, no dingy. Period. Why would he buy the cow if he get the milk for free? That's all I have to say about that. That's all I had to say about that.
I think that's all that need to be said. Love each other, man. That's what we're here for. Try to get everybody back to love again, man.
And doing things the right way.
And we taking the concept that seems to be most important to everybody in society these days. These concepts ain't necessarily like at the top of our list in our life. You know what I'm saying? We take concepts that average Joe's place high. And that's how we're trying to communicate with you guys. Yeah. Outside of drowning drowning y'all out with everything else that you probably ain't gonna pay attention to. We're trying to get down to your level.
Even if it like reach one person that we did what we were supposed to do.
That's good enough.
Because I want to say this too. I want to say this too, and then I think I'm done. I also want to tell people out there, y'all need to respect marriages. God put woman and a man together in a union for a reason. You trying to interfere with that person's marriage, one day when you're actually ready to be married,
somebody gonna interfere.
Somebody gonna do the same thing to you because of what you did to the other people. Stop being thoughts. Be women. Be beautiful, strong women.
Thoughtless. Some thoughtless. You need your pampers changed. Thoughtless.
I mean, because that, like, that, that kind of stuff, like, disrespectful. disrespectful. It's not cool at all.
Not cool, man.
Even when I was younger than what I am now, I've never ever wanted to disrespect nobody's marriage because you know what? I wanted to have a good marriage.
You ain't gonna gain nothing from it.
I always said no, I want to be married one day and I don't want this to come back to haunt me because what goes around comes around. What's done in the dark comes to the light.
You're gonna get
all the time.
You're gonna get a bag full of trouble. You're gonna curse the ground you walk on.
And you're gonna love that person so much. And you're gonna get hurt. And then you know what? God gonna put that memory in your head of what you did.
And that's your punishment.
And you're going to be like, man, I should have never did that.
I bet you won't do it again after he get his hands off you. By the time he get through jacking you up, you're going to know you've been jacked up. On everything. And I think that's it.
So go in your prayer closet.
And love each other.
Go in your prayer closet and ask God to forgive you of everything. I ask him to forgive me every day because you know what? I can't do nothing without him.
Yeah.
And I can't even see how people can do stuff without him.
They ain't doing it. If they ain't doing it with him, they doing it with the other one.
Yeah, that's true.
If they ain't doing it with him, they doing it with the other one.
But before we go into 2019, like try to change from your ways. If you know you're not living right. Yeah, none of us are perfect, but I'm talking about the people that purposely hurting other people. I'm talking about those people. Purposely hurting other people to gain whatever satisfaction they want to get from seeing somebody else hurt because they're hurt. Because at the end of the day, hurt people hurt people.
So she done cried out to y'all. I would probably say that was a warning. And if you take it and run with it, what she's saying, and look in the mirror like I was telling you, and correct yourself, then expect great things to come your way. But if you continue on with what you're doing in a foul manner, it's like a boomerang. Whatever you catch into the universe gonna come back and knock your big old head off.
Yeah.
It's gonna pound your head to dust. Ooh. When that boomerang come back. So you can do it the hard way, you can do it the easy way.
I'd rather do it the easy way.
And with that being said, I would too. We love y'all. We thank y'all. This has been a great exhibition of a show series that we doing so far. We thank
and we're
you
still
for the
learning,
love.
so thank you very much.
We thank you for the love that you give us. We thank you for the likes. We thank you for the views. We thank you for the support. And we just say, bear with us. We human. And we multitask all over the place. But
we're not just doing this. We're
coming back. We're coming back with more positivity for you guys, man. And hope that we can touch somebody and hear back from you. That's it. Yeah. Peace, love. And you already know, hair grease.
Oh, guess what? 2019. Coming up, it's time to eat.
It's time to eat. 2019 is time to eat. 2019 is time to eat.
It's feast time.
It's time to eat.
It's feast time.
Time to eat.
Y'all ready?
Time to eat. Time to eat.
Get your fork and knife. It's time to eat. Get your fork and knife. It's time to eat. Ow.
Love y'all, man. Be safe. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.